Hi everyone. Hey boys and girls. So behind me is Lake Michigan, right? And one thing we all learn very quickly is that if I walk this way into the water, I still go onto the beach, onto the sand. I don't stay on top of the water, do I? It's kind of cool. Unless it's winter and there's ice, then maybe I can walk on water. But as far as I know, most people cannot walk on water. I'm going to read you a story, though, where Jesus actually walks on water. And no, it wasn't winter and the lake was not frozen. So let's get into that story. All right, it's in our Spark Story Bible. Walking on Water, page 294. The disciples were just waking up on the boat. They had been out on the water all night. Ooh, yawn. Oh, stretch. Oh, it was early, so early. The sun wasn't even up yet. Andrew rubbed his eyes and looked into the fog. Hey, he whispered. Do you see what I see? Ooh, it's a ghost. Ooh, James cried out in fear. The disciples were shaking in their sandals. They were terrified. Through the fog, they could see the outline of a person walking on the water. It was Jesus. Don't be afraid, it's just me, Jesus said. He waved a friendly hello. If it's really you, Jesus, tell me to walk on the water, Peter said bravely. Okay, Jesus shrugged. Come on out, Peter, the water is fine. Gulp. Woo, Peter swallowed hard. He placed one foot onto the water. Plop. It didn't go under. He tried the other foot. Plop. He was standing. He kept his eyes glued on Jesus as he took a few careful steps. He walked faster and faster. Splish, splash. Only his feet were getting wet. Jesus smiled at him. Peter felt the wind blowing on his face. He took his eyes off Jesus and looked up at the dark clouds. Oh, he felt afraid. Uh-oh, his ankles were wet. Uh-oh, his knees were wet. Uh-oh, Peter was sinking. Help me, Jesus, save me. He yelled. Jesus reached out his hand and pulled Peter out of the sea. Why did you stop looking at me? Jesus asked, holding tightly to his friend. Don't you trust me? The wind stopped. They climbed into the boat full of cheering disciples. Hooray! This proves it, they said. You really are the Son of God. From that day on, the disciples were excited to tell everyone they met about the power of Jesus. These are some very happy disciples. And we may not be able to actually walk on water today, boys and girls, but the story really tells us that if we keep our eyes on Jesus, if we have a relationship with Jesus and we tend to that relationship, Jesus will see us through every day of our life. Don't take your eyes off from Jesus. Keep looking at him, worship, pray, talk to mom and dad and grandma and grandpa about him. And get involved in your church too, because that's a really good way to get to know Jesus. See you later, kids. Bye.